Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Absolutely Outdoors. Today we've got a great show. We've got Jimmy Hall here, and he's going to tell us about making a food plot for deer. And we're going to Montgomery. We're going to the Buckmasters Expo in Montgomery. We're going to talk with Jackie Bushman. It's just going to be a great show. Did want to mention one thing. The Exchange Club is having a sporting clay shoot. It's going to be on October the 14th. If you like to shoot a shotgun, you need to be there. They have classes for shooters that's never shot before and never shot a clay before. And then they have a ladies class, a kids class, a pro class. So, you know, if you shoot a shotgun, there's a class for you. Don't be embarrassed. The next thing that I wanted to mention before we got started, I went to a dove shoot this weekend, and I saw a picture, and I just had to take it and bring it into the station and post it. I want everybody to see this. This is Berkeley Newsom. Berkeley is the daughter of Mr. and Ms. Brett Newsom. If you notice, she is ready to dove hunt. She has her boots on, she has camo on, she has her dog with her, she has her gun. I mean, I thought it was just a beautiful picture, and I wanted to share that with you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my old buddy David Newsom. That's her granddaddy. And so didn't leave you out there, David. Jimmy Hall is going to get started, and he's going to tell us about preparing a deer plot. So many people think that when you go hunting, you just climb up in the tree and shoot a deer. Well, that's not quite as easy as that, is it, Jimmy?
Well, I've heard stories throughout the years of people going out and climbing up in a tree, and a deer walks by, and they end up taking their first deer, and they think that it's so easy that it's nothing more to it than that.
It's called beginner's luck.
Well, that is beginner's luck. In fact, our mutual banker at some point, Jimmy Hurst,
yes,
had taken his son hunting. He took him one time, he killed a deer, and apparently he never went back after that because it was...
He had mastered that.
He had mastered the art of deer hunting. But so many people go out and don't see a deer for whole seasons.
Yeah.
But I started when I was 13 years old and have hunted off and on up till now. My son, James, is 16, and he, of course, loves to deer hunt. And he has the luck of Job when it comes to deer hunting. He has killed 3 nice bucks over the course of the last 3 consecutive years, to the point to where my father, his grandfather, has said, "You're the luckiest hunter I've ever run into." But we generally try to hunt over some form of green field, be it either wheat, rye. Preferably, I like to hunt over clover, something that's going to reseed itself each and every year. That way, we don't have to get out and retill the soil and plant year after year after year and hope that the rain comes. And by and large, both deer and turkey enjoy clover more so than any other cover crop that I've ever seen.
Right, right. Like I say, this process starts in, when do you start preparing this? Well, I guess it depends on the condition of the land. If it's thick, you'd have to go in and cut the bushes out. If it's kind of open there, you might just have to start disking it up.
If you're going to start from scratch and you've got to clear the ground, then I'd say get a jump on things several months in advance. If you're already working with an area that's clean, that you go in, till the soil, plant your crop, hope it's going to rain, I'd be getting started right about now up until October the 1st. In fact, when you asked me to come on to this show, it spurred my thought of that's exactly what I need to be doing right now.
Right now. Okay, when you fertilize, do you, I know you put your seed out, do you just broadcast it or do you drill it? Which one?
Whenever we put our seed out, we do it both ways. We've tried broadcasting, and we don't get it near as good of a crop as we do when we
Use the seeder.
plant it with a grain drill.
Right. Okay.
And after the crop gets up anywhere from 6 inches or so, then we'll go in and broadcast fertilizer on.
Right.
on
When you
top
say
of it.
fertilize, do you do a soil test and send it to Auburn, or do you just put out 13, 13, 30? How do you do
Generally,
that?
we would have already soil tested the soil previously, and historically we just put out triple 13.
Okay. Okay. About if you were going to let's say seed an acre in clover, how much seed would you put out?
You should give me some preparation on that question. Somewhere in the neighborhood of, and I'm doing this by memory without looking at my book, but 30 pounds per acre.
Okay. Okay. That would be good. Yep. The deer are going to come into food, and so you got to prepare for it. You've just got to have something for them to eat, and they'll be as lucky as James Hall, because James is hunting over property or food plot that you've prepared for him.
That's correct.
And we're going to cut away in a few minutes and go to Montgomery, but you've got a few stories. You were the first person to introduce me to Jackie Bushman years ago, and you know Jackie very well. Let's go ahead and talk about Jackie before we show the video.
Well, I do know Jackie. I don't know that I'd claim to know him very well, but well enough to speak to him and introduce you to him. My sister actually went to work for Jackie Bushman about a year, maybe 2 years after Buckmasters was originally started. She got in on the ground floor and worked there for many years. A little history on Jackie. He had, early on in his career, he was a tennis professional. And
I didn't know that.
well, he was. I don't know what his intentions were with that, but along the way he became enamored with deer hunting, and he, I guess, took the lead of Ray Scott, who had formed Bassmasters, and decided he could do the same thing with the hunting industry. And now today we have Buckmasters,
Right.
the largest whitetail hunting organization in the United States.
Yeah, it was just absolutely mind-blowing to me. Torigor and I went over. Torigor is our cameraman there. We went over, and that was the second time I'd been there. But everything that you could even think about related to hunting is there.
It is.
And it's a 3-day show?
It is a 3-day show. It
And
starts
it
on
takes you
Friday.
3 days to see it all.
Starts on Friday, ends up on Sunday, and this is the first year that I was unable to go. I've been every year for the last several years, and every year that you go, there's always something new to see, and it's really a good way to spend the day and
Yeah.
have some quality time with.
The thing that I really liked over there, they've got a lawnmower now. This is a remote control lawnmower, and you can sit back with your glass of tea and it just runs all over your yard. I've never seen one. I saw a vacuum cleaner that would do that on television, but I've never seen a grass cutter. But anyway, they had one over there. And anyway, we're going to cut away and we're going to Montgomery to the Buckmaster, and we'll be back shortly. Thanks for joining us today. We're here in Montgomery, Alabama at the Buckmasters Expo 2017. We're going to be going around, we're going to be looking at all the displays and the vendors. We're going to be talking to Jackie Bushman in a few minutes, so stay tuned. I'm with Dennis Lewis and Angela, and they're here. I met them last week over at the Archery Connection in Phoenix City. And after I got back home and started reading about Dennis, I said, man, this guy invented this bow, built this bow, and I needed to talk to him. And lo and behold, here he is. And so, Dennis, tell us about it. Tell us how you got into this business and how you came up with this bow.
Well, actually, how I started the bow company, I was had a television show called Southern Woods and Water on the Pursuit Channel. Angela and I went around the country filming hunting shows. And as the market got tougher to do business in TV, we had to come out with a product to have on our own show to help bring in some income with Southern Woods and Water TV. So
Right.
I invented a bow, because the guy that actually invented what we call the two-track cam system, which is used by a lot of different archery companies,
Right.
happened to be out of Warner Robins, Georgia. And he used to work with me in the drugstore industry, so I got with that guy and licensed a patent for the two-track cam, and I started my own bow company.
Well,
And it was a pretty good income to have doing the television show. And then I hired Kevin Struther, which used to own Bowtech Archery, and he
Right.
was their chief engineer and designer, and he was one of the owners of Bowtech Archery, and his wife used to actually own Elite Archery. So I brought him on board in 2012, and that's when Obsession started to blossom. Not only did we have a really fast bow, but we had a very popular shooting bow because it was dead in the hand, had performance, it was smooth to shoot, and it was just an absolute shoot machine for the hunter and the tournament archer. So as we got busier with the bow company, we did really well, and we still are doing extremely well with our bows. And our bows have actually won 2 out of 3 years with Outdoor Life as having the best bow in the industry. We won
Well, good.
Top Bow, Editor's Choice Award, 2 out of 3 entries with the Obsession bow. And in 2015, we met the group Regal Partners, which owns Arcus Hunting. Now, Arcus Hunting is a real popular company. They acquired Tinks, Dead Downwind,
Right.
Trophy Taker, Ramcat, Big Game Butter, and we've kind of partnered together because they acquired Obsession in 2015. They bought our company, and they're buying up different companies in the hunting industry. So with Arcus Hunting and its power to help us keep up with the demand, because the problem we had, Angela and myself, with the bow company is we were extremely busy. We couldn't afford to keep up with the demand.
Right.
And we were doing a few $1 million in sales, but it got to the point that we were leaving as much on the table at the end of the year as what we did for the year. So the demand was high. We were having trouble shipping bows because they were wanting more than we could produce. And so when Regal and Arcus Hunting came to us, and we looked at the quality brands that they were buying, and Tinks being one of the oldest companies in the hunting industry and the pioneer of scent business, you know, it looked like the perfect merger for Obsession
Right.
bows. So that's how we merged up with Arcus Hunting, and now we have the power of Arcus behind us to help produce our bow.
All right, you want to tell us about the design? I know that you
Yep.
got the dual cam there.
Well, the design
And,
of what makes the bow special is this two-track cam system.
Well, it's a two-track. I call
It's
it
a-
a dual. Is that okay to call it that?
Well, it's a dual. It's a mirror image cam system. And the mirror image cam system with the dual two-track is a take-up and let-out system. It's a very, very accurate system. They're mirror image cams.
Right.
You've got different cams in the industry. You got your hybrid cams, which we offer the hybrid cams on some of our what we call our mid-price bows. But our higher-end bows, we do the two-track cam system. Now, we were one of the first ones in the industry, and they came out with what we call a bat wing design. And I call it a bat wing design. It's a little bit wider riser. It's a little stiffer.
Right.
It doesn't, when you draw the bow back, believe it or not, aluminum will flex. Bows are more accurate the stiffer the riser are. And this two-track cam system is a very repeatable cam system. It's very smooth, it's dead in the hand, it's very fast. And one of the niches that we have with Obsession is we have high performance speed bows up to 356 foot a second, but they're also smooth and dead in the hand. You got some companies that are hard to shoot and fast, or either they're real smooth and slow. What we brought on board by having Kevin Struther as our design engineer is we're able to deliver smooth with speed.
Right.
And that's important for the
That's
archers.
important. That's important. Whether you're shooting hunting or a tournament or whatever.
That's right.
That's right. Well, I really enjoyed it. Last week when we were at Archery Connection, I got back and I started reading about you. And I said, man, we missed this guy. And then to come over to the expo and walk up and see you, it was great.
Yeah,
I really
we
appreciate
seen you there and seen you walking around filming and all.
Yeah.
When you were busy, we started to snatch you to the side and
Well,
say something.
I wish you had.
But I know you were busy.
Okay.
We were trying to sell bows.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
Okay.
you.
Hey folks, Steve Abbott here, and the man side of me needs no introduction. I've watched him on television for years now. Quite a hunter, quite a businessman. But anyway, Jackie Bushman, we're pleased that we're here. We appreciate you letting us come over. And you know, tell us a little bit about this. This is really awesome. These people that's never seen this, they really need to come over and see it.
Well, we're fortunate. We've been doing this for 24 years now, Steve. This is the Buckmasters Expo, and we've had a lot of folks come from your part of the woods over there. But it's just a big event for a great cause, and we're able to let everybody in with a can of food for the Salvation Army and the Friendship Mission. And you know, many thanks to our mayor, who really understands what we're doing, the county commission, our Chamber of Commerce, and all our local sponsors participate in this. But you know, as you'll come through the doors right there, you got 300 exhibitors, some of the biggest names in our industry.
Right.
And that separates our show, because you can actually go talk to the manufacturer about the product and either buy it from them or buy it from one of the local dealers right there. So,
Right.
But it's a family show. We got something for everybody. Mama comes down here, grandmama comes down here. We got the Young Bucks Pavilion for the kids, and that's all interactive stuff. And you know, and then we got the Top Bow Indoor World Championship. The best archers in the world are here. So. We don't miss a beat. We try to bring in new folks. Got a lot of new outdoor celebrities. Chipper Jones and Matt Duff are here. Bill Jordan and David Blanton and Nick Monk from Real Tree and Bone Collector are here. So we're excited about it. I'm glad to have a lot of folks here.
Well, we appreciate being here, and it's absolutely impressive. People, if you've never been here, you need to see this, because it's for a good cause, and you will really enjoy it. Like just said, it's for everybody. It's for the kids, for grandmama, anybody. It's great. So try to attend.
All right, we got folks, they're still setting up, so we got folks still coming in today. The doors open at 3.
3.
But, you know, a lot of these guys are getting set up. We got all the cooler folks here. The grizzly folks are here. We got Hunter Safety Systems is here. Got a lot of scent companies and stuff. So, but we'll hopefully have everybody set up here in the next hour or so, and then that way we're ready to go at 3 o'clock.
Good.
So,
Now, it's today, tomorrow,
That's right.
through Sunday.
It's a 3-day
through
event.
Sunday.
We'll open the doors at 3 on today. We go 3 to 9 on Fridays, 9 to 7 on Saturdays, and then we go 10 to 5 on Sunday.
Okay.
Then we got the Top Bow Indoor World Championship over here.
Let's walk over
I
here.
want to go take a look at this, because these are the best archers in the world. They're here to compete, and we will crown them our champion. It'll be Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
We've also got 4-H kids here from all over the country.
Oh, that's
But
great.
We
That's
can step
great.
in here real quick, but still got a lot of booths being set up and stuff. So these are a lot of the archers right here,
Okay.
families that are just watching.
Okay.
If we kind of get here, we can kind of see kind of what's going on.
Right. This is really interesting
Yeah.
right here. This is my favorite part of it when I came last year. was
I
watching
invented
it.
this system watching the movie Dirty Harry.
Really?
Yeah, going through that, that police deal.
Right, right.
And I had to find the right, I guess you would call mechanism to pop the targets up and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But once I found that, and we really started getting into it and getting it really cool for the hunter, because it's really what you're doing is testing the athletic ability of a hunter. You got to
Right.
have good reflexes. You got to have good recognition. You got to be able to make the shot and handle the pressure, which is buck fever. So basically, you're in a baseball type of setting where you're at home plate, and all these targets are hidden behind these scenes. Basically, they go from 15 to 60 yards. the shorter the target, the fewer amount of seconds it stays up, and the longer the target, the longer it stays up.
Oh,
You've got
okay.
running targets so that you're
Like the deer, yeah.
Yeah, that scores the most, but the black hit sensor pad is what they got to hit. If that arrow hits that pad, it's like pinball, it makes them drop.
Right,
They
right.
have 10 arrows in each round, so none of the archers can sit in here and watch the round. They can after they shoot, but every round is put in this computer right here, so you have a different round every time they come up here.
Right.
And they'll shoot 3 or 4 rounds, and they'll start bracketing down, and it goes one-on-one after that. So that's the deal.
That's great. Jackie, we sure appreciate the southern hospitality that you've
My
given
pleasure,
us.
my pleasure.
We really enjoyed it. It's quite a show. You people just really need to come see this.
It really is.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's hard to describe, and this doesn't do it justice. This you just need to be here.
Just get in the pickup trucks next year, bring the whole family, because it doesn't cost anything but a can of food, but we got something for the whole family.
For the
which
whole
you just
family,
shot.
right,
And,
right.
You got the best archers in the world here competing. You know, you saw the outside exhibits, free riverboat rides. I mean, it's just
You
something
can
that
spend 2 days here and not see everything.
That's right. That's
It
right.
is so much here. There's so much to see.
Well,
But
we appreciate y'all
again,
coming over.
We do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'd like to thank Jackie Bushman again for allowing us to be here. And from Channel 7, 207, be watching next week. Thank you. Okay, thank you. We're back here after that video. I really enjoyed the video. It's just really something to see. If you've never been there, you need to go. And Jimmy, I think they didn't charge us to get in, but I think to get in, you just take some canned goods for the needy. Isn't that right?
That's correct. You take a can of some form of food, and that is your admission ticket.
Oh, you can't beat that. They're helping the community, and it was just absolutely mind-blowing to me. It was just absolutely. Like to thank Jimmy Hall for coming today. He told us about getting that land prepared, and next week we're going to Southern Plastics in Eufaula, and they make plastic worms. And so this was really interesting to me. It's really interesting, so don't miss that. Like to thank Jimmy, like to thank Torgar, like to thank our viewers. Keep watching Channel 7, 207. We'll see you next week.